most famous or infamous is probably the death of the actor Brandon Lee, just a budding star in 1993, Bruce Lee's son, filming the movie The Crow. And he was killed after being struck by a bullet that was put into a gun that was supposed to just have blanks. Now, we have his sister, an industry insider herself, to talk about why what did she learn about why that happened? And what did this mean to her today, hearing about something so frighteningly similar? Next. Shannon Lee is the daughter of the famous and an absolute personal hero of mine, Bruce Lee. Now, that whole family knows the pain of what we're all learning about now with this Western that Alec Baldwin was on. Her brother was this rising star, Brandon. He was beautiful, he was talented, he was powerful as an actor, he was just coming into his own. He's on a movie set making what would become a cult classic, The Crow, just 28 years of age, and he dies on set because of a gun accident where a gun being used in the movie had live ammunition in it. Shannon is with us now. She's in the industry herself, longtime actor. It's good to see you. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances, but I know that you never wanted to see it happen again.
No, definitely not. This is just a horrific and tragic set of circumstances, and my heart just goes out to everyone involved.
Now, in reviewing what happened with your brother and reading up on what we're getting in real time here, there were no charges in the case with your brother. They looked at a lot of different people, the people who prepared the gun, if somebody was out to get Brandon, may rest in peace. Nothing ever came of that. How did the family understand and accept that?
Well, I mean, my understanding is for there to be criminal charges, there has to be wanton and intentional negligence, and there was definitely negligence, and there was a civil suit in that regard. But in terms of criminal charges, we were not able to bring those at the time.
And I just want to say in this conversation for what it's worth, and I'm sure you've heard this. You forget about your dad. I mean, he's just a legend. He's as relevant today as he was when he was alive. But your brother also made a huge impact on people's lives. And even though he was only 28 years old, I just hope there's a measure of solace in that those were 28 years that wound up lasting a very long time. Even my son's generation, who's 15, look at him and the work that he did. So the legacy lives on. Now, help me understand this as a movie insider. Bill Davis, the guy I just had on, he's been doing this in movies forever. He's a former homicide detective. How do real bullets find their way onto a movie set when they have no value there?
Well, I mean, it's a good question, and a question that is definitely going to need to be asked. Of course, I don't know what happened in this instance on this movie set, but with my brother, they were hugely negligent. They ran out of dummy bullets. Bill was talking about the dummy bullets that look like real bullets, but they don't have any gunpowder in them. They ran out of those for close-ups of the gun for the on the set of The Crow, and so in order to get the shot they needed, they went and bought live ammunition.
Now, the other aspect that Bill brought up, and we don't know the details in this situation, is that actors are told you never point a gun at somebody else, even if it looks like you're going to shoot me in the head from point blank range, that there are all these angles you guys use. Is that your understanding as well? And is that your concern? Is that what happened in Brandon's case?
I mean, that is absolutely my understanding. You never point a gun at anyone on a movie set. You always, shoot past that person. But you have to understand when you're, in the heat of the moment, people forget and people are not trained properly. In particular, the actors are not trained about the weapons that they are holding. And, that's why the safety protocols are so important. There have to be a number of fail safes, in the chain of events. And I know in the instance of my brother's accident, many of those were broken.
And look, those questions are being asked here in this Western with Alec Baldwin. Supposedly, some of the people were upset in the crew about safety. Some of the issues were irrelevant to what we're discussing here. Some of them were not. They were about how weapons were being treated. The issue of what was the angle and what was Alec Baldwin doing when they were setting up the shot when the gun went off. Those are also questions that are going to be asked. But how you get a real piece of ammo in a gun on a movie set is just mind boggling. Shannon
It
Lee,
is.
thank
Yeah.
you. I know this is not easy for you or your family, but I appreciate you help us bringing attention to the situation. May your father and brother rest in peace, and maybe the family take solace in knowing that their legacy and their impact lives on.
Thank you so much, and my heart just goes out to Lena Hutchins' family and everyone involved. It's such a tragedy, and thank you for your kind words.
All right, God bless and be well. The best of the family.
Thank you.